Today on In the Wood Yard, it's snowing, it's blowing, but I got wood to deliver. Here we go. So today is a delivery day here in the wood yard. It's a weekend and people want wood because it's snowing and it's cold, so that's when they call, but that's a good thing, so I don't mind it. Other than wind, right now we got about 20-mile-an-hour winds. It's supposed to pick up to 30 to 40-mile-an-hour winds, so that's going to be nice. There's a big storm to the north of us. We're getting just on the edge of it, so we've only got about an inch of snow, but I guess to the north they're supposed to get anywhere from a foot to 14 inches, so I'm glad it's up there, not down here. So this first order is for 4 face cords, which means I have to fill the trailer as full as I can get it. So I backed up to this pile right here, which is just a mixed pile. It's maple and ash and aspen. It's a little bit of everything. So we're going to put a bunch of that in. Then I'm going to put a bunch more ash in. Then we're going to put a bunch more maple in. We're going to kind of mix it up because the guy wants mixed hardwood. He said anything but pine. So we're going to load up the trailer and we're going to go do a dump. Here we go. There's a bunch of wood in the trailer. That took me almost an hour. That's ridiculous, having to stack it like that. Those days are gonna end very soon. This guy wanted 4 face cords, and for those of you that have been around a while, you know, if I throw it in loose, it's full about like this with a full cord, which is 3 face cords, and this is 4 face cords. So I have to stack it to get it in because I don't want to make 2 trips, which takes extra time. It's kind of a pain in the butt. It was a big pain in the butt because my butt hurts. And I'm getting a new bigger trailer, so I can just throw in up to maybe even 5 face cords in loose, and that'll still be, I just say that's my maximum. I'm not going to be stacking anymore. I've been doing this for too long. It just takes so much extra time and energy to do it this way. And this little 5-foot our 6-foot by 10-foot trailer. That's all you can fit in there, and I got the sides up probably higher than they should be even. And so yeah, that first bunch of wood I put in there, there was a bunch of mixed stuff. It was a little bit of everything. It was ash. There was some aspen in there. There was some box elder in there. There was a bunch of maple in there. And then I went to just the ash, and I put almost a face cord of ash in, or a third of a cord. And then in the end here, I put this whole row right here, which was actually more than a face cord, or a third of a cord of maple. And then I put some more in too that was in there too, because I had to pack it in tight to get enough in there. So the majority of this is maple and ash, so it's a good load of wood, and it's all stuff that's seasoned really well and nice and dry and ready to burn. This is a new customer, so I didn't want to give him, I never want to give anybody junk wood, so I tried to put, you know, pretty decent stuff in there, so hopefully he's gonna like it. So yeah, it started snowing pretty hard and blowing. It's miserable. I'm soaking wet on the inside because I'm sweating from working loading this up, and I don't know if I'm going to do any more deliveries today. I could do 2 more. People that said anytime. I think we'll see what happens. We'll see how I feel once I get this one dumped off. So we're going to go dump it right now. So it's about, I think there's about a face cord of ash and over a face cord of maple, and then everything else is just a mix of stuff. So you got a high efficiency,
no.
Oh, just a regular fireplace. Huh?
Just an insert, kind of the more of the ambiance. And,
yeah.
you know.
Well, that's all we have too. We turn the fan on the fireplace, and we turn this furnace fan on just to circulate the air in the house.
Okay.
Makes a big difference.
Okay.
Because it just moves the air.
Perfect. Let's try that.
Otherwise, you got one room 1,000 degrees and
yeah.
the other room 20 degrees.
That is true. You go to bed at night going, holy crap.
Ooh, I gotta charge my battery. She's dying.
That would suck.
I haven't charged it in about a week. I've been dumping it.
Is it a maker?
I'm not. I'm going to be shoving wood off.
We can plug it in. Almost that right height.
Come on, man. Let's gotta wait quite a ways to get over there. I haven't even checked it. Yep, that's all she's got. Well, that sucks. I don't have well, I suppose I could. Yeah, I don't have trickle charge on it. Well, that's really terrible. Well, it's up plenty high. It's just a matter of I want to keep it as far this way. I had it plugged in all day today. This is the only load I had to do at the trailer. Everything else was at the truck. Now I'm gonna ram it back a little.
Okay. We'll do that. There you go. About 6 pieces left.
Oh, that's pretty good. I usually don't like to ram the pile because they break my
No, head over tea kettle on that.
So you saw in that last dump I did, I had to ram the pile because my battery died on me. I got it up about halfway, and I usually don't have a problem getting it up, but this time I did. And so I had to ram the pile and kind of go back and forth, reverse forward, and I got it to come out. It came down fine because there was enough battery. It just didn't have enough power. I got about a little more than halfway up, and so I got it off. The charger is on. I got it hooked up, and I disconnected the trailer because my next delivery is for a single face cord or a third of a cord of oak. So I'm gonna go load that up in the truck. We're gonna go deliver that. I'm gonna let the battery charge. What I do is I put the battery, it's waterproof and everything. It's a DeWalt 4 amp. It works really good. I've been using it for, I don't know, 5-6 years now. I had it quite a while. What I do is I put it down so it's not lit up, and I put the actual clip back on here so my latch is on, and the cord just is inside of there and just runs inside to my building there, because I don't have I got an outlet back over there, but it's easier just to go right in through there. So it'll just sit here, and I always lock it up like this, like you see. So now it can sit there, and I usually let it charge pretty much usually overnight does it. But if I put it on now, it's, I don't know, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. If I leave this on until the end of the day tomorrow is probably what I'll do. I'll leave it on for a full 24 hours and she'll be good to go. I usually get, people ask me this too, how many dumps do I get? It depends on how cold it is. Right now it's probably, 25 or so degrees, 28, somewhere in there. And the dump trailer, if it's fully charged, I'll get a good 10 dumps out of it if it's warmer out. But if it's cooler, once you get down below freezing, especially down around 0, you can cut that in half. I'll get about 5 or 6, 7, maybe. And if it's really cold, 2 or 3, 4, maybe. So yeah, you got to charge them up. And my next trailer is going to have a trickle charge on it for sure. And I have been looking at them. So let's go load some more wood up and we'll go deliver that one. So this is for a face cord or a third of a cord, which means I just need to fill the bed of the truck level, thrown in loose, and that is a third of a cord. So I have got a small pile right over here that has just a little bit left, and I'm going to throw that in. And then this row that's right next to it right here is a face cord stacked. So I don't want to take it from that, so I'm going to go around to the other side and take from the big pile back there that is a non-measured pile, and we'll get enough in there. So this is why it's nice to have tarps. A lot of people ask me, do I cover my wood? Yes, I like to cover the wood because you get wet snow like this, and now the wood underneath is dry. But on the other side, it's only partially covered, so I try to keep it as dry as possible for people so that it looks nice when they get it, because you really don't want to have soaking wet wood when you're delivering on a day like today or a day that's raining. So I try to keep it as dry as possible, as long as possible. And I think they appreciate that, because a lot of people, when I deliver wood, it's kind of funny. I'll get there, and if there's a couple people, like a husband, wife, or whatever it is, a couple guys, they'll grab an armful of wood, they go and make a fire right away. It's just funny how that works, because I think a lot of people that I sell to, because they're only burning in a fireplace for the most part, they are out of wood a lot of times. When I get there, they're like, there's no wood left, or they got a fire going and they don't have any more to put on, so they'll quick grab some and go put it on right away. And a lot of times, before I even get back to the wood yard or home or whatever, they'll send me a picture of the fire burning, saying it's burning great, thanks, stuff like that. So that's kind of cool. So these guys always get oak. They order 2, sometimes 3 face cords or thirds of a cord a year, and they almost always we do stack it right into their rack, and but they always get it in the wintertime. They never get anything for summertime burning. It's always about now they'll get one, and they'll get another one usually, probably like end of January or something like that. So there it is, wood. There, that's all there was in that pile. So now I'm going to pull around over here, bring the camera on so you can see where I'm going to go. It's going to go right around to the other side here. It looks like it's kind of pretty much done snowing. I just looked at the radar and it looks like it's pretty much done. Not too much for clouds and precipitation. It's not really, now it's actually turned into more of like a mist. It's not even snow, it's more like a heavy mist, which is fine because I think it's supposed to stay warm enough that it might actually melt quite a bit. I won't even have to plow because north of here, I just talked to my brother Ken on the phone. He said they got about 7 or 8 inches of snow and they're supposed to get 12 to 14 today, so sucks to be him. Okay, so now I'm going to back up over here. There we go. I think I'm close enough. I didn't want to ram the tailgate. That's what I worry about, is ramming the tailgate into the log pile and bending it or denting it or something. So now what I'm going to do is, instead of taking this wet stuff down here, I'm going to push the tarp back and take the dry stuff from underneath, because it's a non-measured pile anyway, so it doesn't really matter where I get it from. And when I'm dealing with the tarps like this, for those of you that are new to this, maybe haven't used a tarp for covering wood yet, what's nice about the tarps versus using tins and things is I can take it and peel it back gradually. And I take a chunk of wood, set it on top like this. This I got all anchored down here with other wood. What I do is I just kind of peel it back gently, trying not to spill the whole pile, because this is really crooked here. But there we go, and I kind of just pin it back like that, and then I can chuck away, and then I can just drop it back down once I get it all in there. So the tarps are kind of nice for that, but they don't last forever, like a tin or an aluminum siding or something like that, something that's a little more, you know, solid. But the good thing is these are flexible and you can drape them over, whereas a tin, it's flat. So you gotta have your piles flat, which is good and bad. I mean, but these piles here, I went higher with these when I was stacking them, because when I split it and threw it into a pile here before stacking it, I didn't really have enough room to continue making cord piles or face cord rows like I do a lot of times. So sometimes you got to go high just to get it off the ground, which is fine when I'm doing loads like this where I know how much I need to get into the truck. Or sometimes if I'm doing a full cord into the trailer, I just know I just put in as much as will fit, loose and level, and it is a full cord. So we're going to speed this up a little bit now. It's enough of this talking. There it is again, a load of wood, ready to go to its new home. So we're gonna go down the road, we're gonna go deliver it, and we always back right into the garage and then they stack it. I just move it to the back, you'll see. I think they'll be okay with me recording. So we're gonna go right now. I am back from my last delivery and it is snowing out pretty good, and it's supposed to keep doing this for the next 2 hours from what I saw on radar. So that means we're going to get more snow. Now what we're getting is this real slushy, kind of greasy stuff. It's only about, I don't know, it might be an inch or so, and it's even less on the parking lots, but everybody's starting to plow because they think it might be done. But I don't think it is. I think it's going to be a while yet. So I have to decide if I'm going to get rid of it now, if I get rid of it tomorrow. The problem is it's supposed to get really cold later tonight and then tomorrow. So I think this is all going to freeze. So I think I'm going to have to get rid of it. And I really don't want to have to snow blow it because this is greasy stuff, because I do not yet have my snow plow or snow pusher. And the reason I'm bringing this up is that I have originally thought I was going to get a snow plow, because what I was going to do was use my third function and get a plow that would articulate left-right so I could direct the snow. But after reading a lot of things, watching a lot of videos, asking people questions, a lot of people said, oh no, you might want to think about getting a snow pusher. You can get a little bigger one and you can actually take the snow and you can take it places, moving it out of the way and not having windrows, because with a plow you get windrows everywhere. And in the wood yard, a snow pusher would be nice because I could gather it and I could take it wherever I want it to go. The problem with the snow pusher is that I found from what people have said is that a snow pusher is not that great if you get a lot of snow. If you get a big, heavy snowfall, you can only move it so far. So that's an issue. So I don't know what to do. So I'm pretty sure you guys are going to tell me what to do because I actually want your input. I would like to know, what would you recommend? If you've had both, if you've tried both, if you've worked with both, I want to know the pros and cons. If you have only used one, I guess I still want your opinion. And if you haven't had either and you just want to spend my money, let me know what I should buy. So that'd be great if you did. I'm going to get one or the other real soon because we're going to start getting heavy snow now through the whole rest of the winter. And I should have had one by now. I've just been so busy. But yeah, I'm going to have to get rid of this because it's supposed to get cold tonight and this will all freeze on. So I'll have to do something before I leave. But I got all my deliveries done for today. Thanks for being here. Poke the buttons. That'd be great if you did. Tomorrow I'm going to be back in the wood yard. You should come back. It'll be fun. Between now and then, get outside, get cutting. Good night, Irene.